Hello, we are here for the Conference USA Championship, and last season it opened off with a bang. Rob Thompson with a huge kick return that opened up the scoring, and Old Dominion rolled 37-27 over the Tulsa Golden Hurricane for Old Dominion's first ever conference championship on the back of a big performance by David Dixon as well. There it is, the trophy for the first time in school history. And now looking to make it 2 in a row, ODU is going to take on the West Division Rice this year. The Rice Owls have gone 7-5, 6-2 in conference play, and they've done very well as of late. They've been playing a lot better. They had a slow start to the season, but they've done a lot better. But Old Dominion comes in ranked 18th in the country in the coaches poll, 17th in the BCS, on an 11-game winning streak with an 11-1 record, 8-0, unblemished in conference play. It's been a heck of a season for Old Dominion, and really, the Monarchs were only 3 points away from an undefeated season. The tough loss against Michigan as they were down by too much, too late to come back from. So here we go. Opening kickoff goes to Rice in the snow. Yeah, there's quite a bit of snow flying around in this game, and it'll continue throughout the day. Temperatures hovering around 25 degrees. So not too cold, but cold enough that we're going to get that snow, and cold enough that it could impact the game at hand, especially for a team out of Houston, Texas. Look at this. TJ Ricks comes off the edge, sacks the quarterback, Nate German, and that ends the drive. Here we'll see Ricks. Just a good move. Looks like the tight end there just couldn't pick up the block. He might have actually had a delayed route that had him leaving that spot anyway, but poor decision if he decided to leave. All right, Old Dominion, Shane McCarley leading this offense with David Dixon, who's gotten a lot better in the latter half of the season than he had a bit of a struggling point in the middle of the season where he just did not play very well at all. But ODU is going to get a big performance from the offense today. It's a weak point of the Rice defense is their coverage. They're not very good against the pass. Their defensive backs are young, and they're not very talented. This was taking shots right at the defense. That one's not going to go, intended for Brandon Ellison. Drive ends, but ODU would pin the Owls back inside the 5-yard line. So work to do for Rice. A team, and let's look at this for a second. The rushing totals for these two teams are exactly the same in average yards per game. Rice averages 179.8 yards per game on the ground. Old Dominion, 179.8 yards on the ground per game. Exactly the same amount. Very interesting that they both run for the same amount of yardage per game, although they do it in somewhat different fashion. Rice does pass the ball a little more, as they're doing right here. 3rd and 6. Nate German drops back. He's got his man. He drops it. He was thinking about keeping his feet in bounds. Couldn't quite focus on getting the catch, and so it's a field goal from the kicker T.C. Cole, the junior. Rice strikes first. Not quite the start Old Dominion had last season, an explosive start that the Monarchs had, and McCarley trying to spin his way. He doesn't spin very well. He's not his thing. 2nd and 8 now. Here's where we're approaching the latter half of the first quarter, and Brady Massey, nice catch there, sets up 3rd and inches for ODU. Pistol formation, Harvey Taylor to the left of McCarley. Taylor gets the handoff, breaks a tackle, breaks a couple more tackles, runs through another tackle. How many tackles can Harvey Taylor break? Nobody's going to catch him, and an unbelievable effort by the backup running back. Oh my. Harvey Taylor, what an incredible run. An incredible number of broken tackles. And these weren't just bad tackles. They were good. He was running right through good tackles all the way home. And Harvey Taylor gets on the board for ODU first. And so it's 7-3. Nate German looks to pass. He's going to dump it off to Cameron Johnson. And Johnson is a big-bodied wide receiver. He's hard to bring down, and he's deceptively quick. He's not necessarily fast, but he's quicker than you would expect for a guy his size. Here, Nate German, he's got a bit of wheels of his own. 18 yards. You won't see him do that too much, but he's capable. And a little speed option now for Doug Davis. Look at this. Chad Robinson could not bring the running back down. Davis Doesn't need that many more yards to get to 1,000. He came into the game with 967 and 10 rushing touchdowns here. Connor Martin looking good, 11 yards on that play. And at the start of the second quarter, 10-7 is Rice's lead. ODU, a little play action. And McCarley finds Brady Massey with space, and that's what we're talking about. Coverage is just not that good for Rice, and it's going to be McCarley taking advantage of those holes in the Rice defensive backfield. Philip Dickens, 11 yards, the leading receiver for ODU this season. Dixon, a beautiful juke move, gets him first down yardage and more, and it's looking very good for the Monarchs, even though they've given up 10 early points to the Rice Owls. McCarley's going to run out, and nobody touches him. He dives right in the end zone. You got to account for that if you're the Rice defense. And he hasn't done that so far today. Hasn't scrambled on passing plays, so they were maybe laying off, getting a little lazy here. And look at this. Rob Thompson and Falante Misher sandwiched the receiver. I don't envy the receiver's position at all. He dropped that. He got sandwiched hard. Davis, though, making some guys miss. A little shifty. Poor tackling on the defense's part, but still good moves by him. 3rd and 9 now. Close to midfield for the Rice Owls and trailing by 4. Gonna run a little screen here. Davis runs right through. Look at the punch off TJ Armstrong. Not even gonna tackle him, but the defense cleans up and amends that play for TJ Armstrong, who I feel bad for. David Dixon, nice 11 yards. He's starting to get going. He's getting hot. You gotta get David hot. And once he is, he's unstoppable. McCarley buying time, finds Philip Dickens. Dickens so quick as well. Get him the ball more. He's been the leading receiver. False start penalty sets the team back, but Scott Sullivan says, forget this. I'm going to carry this one 25 yards. Harvey Taylor and Scott Sullivan have come in for Dixon and done an incredible job so far. Philip Dickens again. He's been a favorite target so far, and I don't blame McCarley for continuing to go to him now. Here's a play that Old Dominion loves to run, that little speed option. It's going to go in for the end zone, and it counts as a pass play. It was a forward pass indeed. And the lead is extended now, 21-10. With a little over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Rice going to hand it off. Davis stopped. It's Kavon Walker, tackle for a loss. Great job on that play. That play went nowhere. Little screen, they like this. Rice likes to run these little screens, and Davis going to get the first down. I mean, that's all you needed. You lose a yard, but then you get 15 back, and suddenly the drive's picking up steam, picking up momentum. German looking to throw now in the quarter blitz. Nobody picked up Justin Weddle. What a play. Look at this. Nobody sees it. And German, with his eyes downfield, doesn't catch Weddle until the last second. And that makes it 2nd and 18 now. Safety blitz comes in a little late for Falante Misher, and they're going to get a lot of those yards back from the sack. Whew. German on the handoff to Davis, and Kavon Walker for the second time comes up with a big stop. It's 4th and 2 with 44 seconds. They're going to try this field goal here, and it's going to hit the upright. My goodness, that would have made it a one-score game. Would have been 8 points, but still would have been one score. Instead, it's still 21-10. McCarley throws this one up. That was not a good throw. Put way too much air under it and intercepted, but Rice would just take this one into the half, so it will remain 21-10 at halftime. Not a bad performance by ODU, but some things could be cleaned up, a little more consistency on the offense, and avoiding big plays from Rice's offense, because they do have some good athletes, and including Cameron Johnson, the big receiver. Doug Davis is a big playmaker, as you can see here. Just 55 yards on the ground from Rice. They average, like I said, 179.8 yards per game, just like ODU. So their running game has not been quite where it has this season, at least if you want to go by what they've averaged. Here as we open the second half, Donald Simmons, a very good return man. He hasn't been quite as good this year as he was last season, but still getting the job done. 48 yards, just what ODU needed. And here's the handoff. Dixon, look at the blocking on this play. Excellent blocking all around. My goodness, 16 yards, and that's going to give Dixon breaking his own record. He gets over 100 yards on the day, but he breaks his own record, which is the school single-season rushing record. So there you go. Dixon having a great time here at Old Dominion, just his sophomore season, and could be a two-time conference champion if things continue to go well for ODU. 2nd and 6, McCarley, a little option here. Gets decked. He kind of got blindsided there too. Guy kind of came out of nowhere. Dixon handoff, cuts it back up the middle, pinballed into the end zone, bouncing off a couple defenders, and well-earned touchdown for the running back. Great job for him today. It's his 15th rushing touchdown on the season. Great job by Dixon this year. Look at TJ Ricks blowing up the running play. That's what you ask of when you're linebackers. They make those kind of plays. They get it done. 3rd and 10. German going to look. And Falante Mishra was waiting for that all the way. Oh my goodness. He stared that play down, and there was no way he wasn't going to get an interception. And that really hurts any hope of Rice coming back. But you could see him just staring the quarterback down, waiting for that ball. Great job. He's had a fantastic season, the safety. Falante Mishra. McCarley's going to pitch it to Dixon. Beautifully done there. 9 yards. Dixon gets credit for. Things are just flowing well. You can see the momentum. Lawrence Reese, though. Can't expect him to hold on after taking a hit like that. It's tough, but you can feel the momentum. ODU's building it. Playing very well right now in a rhythm. Dickens found inside the 10-yard line. Things are going great. 1st and goal. Shotgun formation. Shane McCauley going to look to throw. We've seen him run it before, but in this play it just didn't work out. He gets sacked for a loss of 10 yards. Ouch. It's going to make it a long 3rd and goal situation. He's going to throw. Finds Brady Massey, who was actually well covered. But a nice placement of the ball by Shane McCarley allows this to go in for 6 more points. And Massey did have to stretch for that one, but he made the play. Very good receiver. And now 35-10. Domination by the Monarchs here at home. It should be noted that Old Dominion has not lost a home game since week 4 of year 3. Last season, you have to go all the way back to week 4 against Western Kentucky in a very close game, which the Hilltoppers won in the waning seconds of that one. Doug Davis gets a touchdown here, and Rice would have to do a lot to come back and make this a game. Tulsa last season did come back a bit against Old Dominion in the conference title game. Carly buying good time here, but they did come back and make it interesting, but it was too little too late, and I think we have the same situation here. 3rd and 11 for ODU. Gonna do a little slip screen here. Dixon finds his way, has some room to run. He's got one man to beat. He's going to make it. Dixon, 45 yards, and now he ends a receiving touchdown. Yes, again. And Dixon, I tell you what, you look at what he did last season, 153 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Look what he's done in this game. He's shown up in the big-time conference championship games now, both times. He's stepped up big. 4th and 9. Rice's next drive had no chance. They really struggled, and they've really gone out of sync as a whole. Down 42-17. Dixon on a return. I tell you what, this guy is unbelievable. Unbelievable performance by Dixon. Under 3 minutes to go. Backup guys getting some time. Some seniors getting their last playing time at home. It's the last home game these seniors will ever play. 1st and goal. Josh Sylvan at quarterback. He's done pretty well coming in as a backup, and it's Zach Pascal in his final game at SB Ballard Stadium. As I've said before, he's not really been used that much. He's been a backup guy. He gets a touchdown, a well-deserved touchdown. I mean, he earned it. Almost 9 seconds to go, 49-17. Rice is going to get a consolation score, but that's it. Old Dominion's going to win it. 49-24, back-to-back Conference USA champions, and holding on to a winning streak at home. That's right. A close loss to Western Kentucky in week 4 of year 3 last season was the last time, and it was a very close game that came right down to the end, the last time that ODU lost at home. It's going to go nearly 2 full seasons without losing in the stadium. It's a great win. Great win. Old Dominion improves to 12-1 and finishes 100% undefeated in conference play on this season. And in fact, have not lost a conference game since that Western Kentucky game in year 3. So that's going back a long time. There it is, the trophy again. We're going to bring yet another trophy home. Rice, unfortunately for them, sucks, but, you know, Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. That's how it goes. Carly had a nice day. Nice day passing, but Dixon, 134 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging 6 yards a carry. Harvey Taylor had 4 carries for 88. Sullivan, 3 for 38. Good day all around. Dickens, 6 for 63. Dixon's one of his receiving touchdowns was on option pitch, so, technically should have been counted as a running play because I don't know if it really was a forward lateral. I think that's an issue with the game. They don't always read those laterals correctly, but I could be wrong. Weddle and Ricks on the sackage, and Falante Misher, safety out of Washington, D.C., gets an interception. Good day. 49 points. Trying to make a statement. Trying to get the BCS to, get the polls and get the BCS to put us high enough in the rankings that we get in. Because the Conference USA does not get a lot of respect, and we really have to pound it in there without sounding dirty. But, we have to run up the score a little bit. I wasn't even trying to run up the score. We just had to put the points on the board. You got to make it look good. Hopefully we can move up enough spots in the rankings that we'll be able to get into a BCS bowl game. We'll find that out momentarily. But look at this. 500 yards of total offense for ODU. Half and half. Look at it. 251 on the ground, 253 through the air. That's a balanced offense. This is about as balanced and as good as the offense has been for ODU in this series, and it's getting better. There it is. 2015, 2016, back-to-back Conference USA champions. Take it home, folks. I did that for you. All for you. We've done it. Cardell Jones, quarterback of Ohio State, wins the Heisman in this season. So he had a pretty remarkable season. 46 total touchdowns. And look at this. We're going to the Liberty Bowl again, and I'm mad this time because look at our record. We did not move in the rankings. You're telling me we didn't even earn a little bit of respect. I know it's Rice, but, and I'll talk about this in a second because Rob Thompson wins the Chuck Bednarik Award. Chad Robinson wins the Lombardi Award. We have a lot of award winners this season for some reason, and it comes with playing in a weaker conference, but that should be taken into account. The Thorpe Award and then Coach of the Year. I'm not complaining, but I'm saying, if you're not going to give us respect in bowls and stuff, then why are you giving my players respect in awards? Just saying. Ole Miss wins the SEC. Boise State, Arizona, Clemson, Ohio State, and Central Michigan win their respective conferences. And I tell you what, I'm still mad. I wanted a BCS game, guys, and we did not move up in the rankings at all. 0. And yeah, that sucks. But there is something, and I'll get to it in a moment, that I will tell you guys before you start leaving the comments that I know what you're going to say. Ohio State, Arizona are going to be in the national championship. I'll review all the bowl games later. We'll get through every matchup when they've been played. But there's the national title game if you want to look at that. But I didn't like being in Liberty Bowl again. Here we're going to look at the polls. 18 in the coaches poll, 0 movement. 18 last week, 18 this week. Nothing, no movement. Cal, 8-4, is ahead of us. And we're going to look at our schedule because I want to tell you we only lost by 3 to number 12 Michigan. Went on the road, beat 6-5 Virginia, beat 6-6 Temple, on the road at 8-4 Boise, which is not an easy place to win, beat them, and we beat Marshall 9-3, Middle Tennessee 8-4. How do we not get anywhere in even a better bowl game? Not even necessarily a BCS bowl game, but just a better bowl game. I know the Conference USA champion has a tie to the Liberty Bowl, but bowl assignments get moved around all the time based on what happens in other bowl games, especially the big ones. I don't know. That's me ranting, but can't do anything about it. We got to move on and play LSU in the Liberty Bowl either way. So last year it was a complete failure against Tennessee, hoping that we can do better against LSU, which is they're arguably a better team than the Tennessee team we played last year. There's Chad Robinson. He's a first-team All-American, Lombardi Award winner, Pretty well deserved. He had a great season. TJ Armstrong, first team All-American. Didn't expect that. He had a great season, but I didn't expect him to be first team All-American, for goodness sake. And then Marcus Massey, first team All-American. Volante Mizner, first team All-American. Again, if you're gonna give us respect in awards and All-American teams, then we gotta get the same respect in bowl games. I know it's just the game's coded in a certain way, you know, but I'm gonna rant anyway. And I'm sure some of you will be right along there with me with your pitchforks and torches and whatnot. Anyway, don't get your pitchforks and torches. Save that, because there's no point. Don't waste your energy. But yeah, there's that. And so what I was going to say, next season, this has been our last season in the Conference USA, by the way. I'm doing this sooner than originally anticipated. Old Dominion is going to be moving to the ACC. The amount of dominance that we've shown in the Conference USA so quickly has given an opening to Old Dominion in the ACC, and we're taking it. Going to replace Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is going to go to the American Conference along with Tulsa, and that conference will be split into a West and East division because it'll be a 12-team conference. The ACC, we will be moving there. It will remain a 14-team conference. We're just taking the place of Pitt. We'll be in the same division as Virginia, Virginia Tech, you know, all the natural rivals we'll have in that division. It'll be great. And if we have a season like this where we go 12-1, conference champions, BCS will be in there. Because the Conference USA is just not enough respect. We're dominating in the Conference USA. As you can see, we have teams in the All-American. We have award winners all over the place. Stats being put up like crazy. So I think we need a new challenge, and the ACC is that challenge. And we're going to take an opening. Again, I didn't plan to do this. And you can see, look at this. Look at all the defenders we have on the conference, all-conference team. And the entire defensive line of the all-conference team is Old Dominion. Pretty much only 2 players on the all-conference team are not, 2 defensive players are not Old Dominion. It's hilarious. Hilarious. All right. Well, take a look at the rest of the second team all-conference guys. I hope you enjoyed. We've done it. Back-to-back Conference USA championships, but moving on to the ACC next season for a bigger, better challenge, better opportunities, and maybe we'll accomplish the ultimate goal of winning a national championship sometime down the road. It'll take some work, but being in the Conference USA, we're going to be too restricted. Gotta move on. So let's do it. Next time, Liberty Bowl against LSU. And it's on the next season. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you